yourself at all times. We are on it.
That's some good music to come into.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
It's like, ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Welcome to 720 AM KDWN. We're on FM somewhere too, Ken, aren't we? Somewhere at FM as well. Yeah, he's
101.5.
101.5. There it is. It says okay. That's okay. 101.5 FM.
God.
Here's what I want to do. One of the things I want to do. You're listening to the Vegas Take with Brian Shapiro and JD, and we have locked both of them into a closet in the back room somewhere. And we are not letting them out. So far, it's 1-0. The vote that we've taken. I think the other callers would have said don't let them out either. Yeah. So we're keeping them in the closet. If you want them released,
are you allowed to say closet anymore?
You hear them in there?
Say what?
Isn't that offensive to people?
Closet?
No, they are in this closet. This closet they are in with the door locked. You can hear them screaming every once in a while. But we're happy to have them there and us here. Dennis Silvers is with us here. Also Susie Draney. I'm Ron Futrell.
I don't know about you, but I'm hearing a few sighs out of that closet every once in a while. So.
Okay, well,
like
throw in a bone.
The kissing closet we got back there.
Throw them a bone. Our phone number is 702-257 KDWN or 257-5396. Where are you from tonight? When you call in, I want to find out where you're from. Okay, that's because now with KDON we go 50,000 watts clear channel, so we're all over the West.
We're all over.
Yeah.
All over the West, 11 western states.
Yeah.
So I would be interested if we get any phone calls, or else if we just sit here and gab, we'll do that, and you get to listen. But if you do
phone calls,
I feel like people should call in.
Yeah.
Call in, let us know where you're listening to us. At that would be my okay.
And I'll tell you, the first person that calls in that we could verify that lives in Modesto, California, I'll give him a round of golf.
What?
Modesto.
Yeah.
Wow. Why Modesto and what?
Just for the hell of it.
Just for the hell. Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have to verify it though? We have to verify. How do we verify? If they just say, "Hey, calling in from Modesto."
Yeah.
I think this is how identity theft starts.
Okay, Susie,
Yes.
you're Allstate Insurance. Give a number out how people can reach you.
My phone number is 702-984-7297.
Let her give the number. Dennis, come on. Fire away.
And my slogan is, "Who's protecting your balls?"
Okay. Well, she's talking golf balls, I'm sure. Go ahead. Your number, because Dennis sort of talked over it.
702-984-7297.
Okay, thank you. And Dennis, how can people get in touch with you or whatever? They want the golf guru.
They get, they can go to the New Vegas Sand Trap. We've got our website up there. You can get me on Twitter and on Instagram, and of course we have a YouTube channel. And just go to the newvegassandtrap.com, and you'll find it.
Okay, it's easy enough. Find me at Ron Futrell on Twitter. That's there, or go.
I'm
just at 19th hole on Twitter. Yeah, it's good.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's grab Ron. Hey, we have Ron on line.
Hi, Ron.
18.
Another Ron.
Hey there, Ron.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Ron.
Ron, where are you calling from?
Las Vegas, Nevada.
I've heard of that. Now, what part of? Here we start with the identity theft. What part of Las Vegas?
On the railroad tracks.
On the railroad tracks.
On the railroad tracks. There we go.
He's in Northtown.
I live in an RV place near the railroad tracks. Yeah.
I love it.
Well, thanks for listening. What's on your mind?
I mean, I see more stuff going up and down these tracks than you could ever dream.
Oh no,
I bet you do.
Hey, should we let Brian and JD out of the closet or keep him in?
Well, I don't want to sound facetious, but I would say hell no. Just lock them up.
Lock him up.
There you go.
Throw
There
it
you go. Yeah.
You guys take over the show.
Wow.
I love it.
Two stations. Lock him up.
You know
I
what
love
You
it.
guys have personality.
Thank you.
This Brian guy, all he knows is how to insult people.
See, he's still in the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has no personality.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say what I think of the guy because it wouldn't be fair to him because he couldn't call me a moron, you know?
Yeah. Well, you're not the only one that thinks that way, Ron. You know what? And I think JD's been in the closet for a long time.
No, we're not making. No, there's no reference we're making towards anything here.
Absolutely,
we're just talking about them in a physical closet, locked with the door locked.
All right.
Yeah.
Remember the song, what do you see when you turn out the light? I don't know, but I hope it's mine.
Hey, you're doing a country song right there, Ron. Okay, hey, thanks for your call, Ron. We got ahead. We got callers lining up. We have 114 callers on right now. So let's go to Nelson, line 83. Hey, what's up, Nelson? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm actually calling from Reno, but I will tell you folks one thing. when I used to listen to the Stardust line on 720 out of
Oh,
Vegas,
yes.
I used to be able to pick up the broadcast in Chehalis, Washington.
Really?
I picked it
Wow.
up in Yakima, Washington.
Did you really?
I used to
Yeah.
listen to Lee Pete, Donnie Bader, and Jim Brown in Yakima, Washington
Wow.
Wow.
when I was there.
And you stole all your show ideas from there?
Yes,
No.
from them. No, that was the first sports talk show. It was on this station, the
this
first
was,
original
Yeah.
sports talk show.
Lindsay.
Yeah. Lee Pete, the
And,
late Lee Pete, Donnie Bader. Donnie Bader out at Shadow Creek for years.
Right.
He's probably still, I don't know if he's still out there. But
Right.
yeah, I don't know. Okay, so you're calling from Reno. How about your basketball team coming here to town to play in the Mountain West tournament tomorrow? It's a pretty good basketball team up there in Reno.
I consider myself an aficionado. I had tickets to the game on Saturday night, but I've had a bad case of tinnitus, so I couldn't go. But
okay.
Nevada is going to be in real trouble if they drop to a 6 or a 7 seed.
Oh no,
They're
you
gonna,
yeah.
yeah, they'll be in real trouble.
So they need to win this conference tournament, be a 3 or a 4 seed, which they
Oh,
could.
no, they won't be seated that high. The best Nevada can do right now
5?
is a 5th seed.
Is a 5?
There's a 5.
That's
Okay,
the best.
Nelson, should we let Brian and JD out of the closet or keep them in?
I'm not for keeping anybody behind bars. I think a free and open society.
There's no bars. It's just a glass
It's just a
window.
closet. It's
We can
it's-
wave to him.
We have sustenance. They scream every once in a while, but we try to keep them in check. Okay, so you're going to go in the category
Okay.
of let them free.
They got a fan.
Let the
All
boy,
right.
let the boys free. Okay, let
Love-
those boys free.
Love Reno. Love
Okay.
Reno.
Thank you, Nelson. Golf courses in Reno. Favorite golf course in Reno?
Red Hawk.
Okay, is where? What part of town?
Just before you get to Reno.
Oh, just okay. As
Yeah.
you're driving in from the east,
As you're driving in from
on I-80, or coming up from Gardnerville from the south.
from the south.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. No, it's
Yeah.
beautiful
Oh,
area,
it's-
great. And Tahoe, let's go there.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know why we're here.
Why are we not in? Why are we not?
Oh, it's cold there right now.
It's cold. And the course
we'll be
is
down here for
tough to play those courses.
Tahoe's wonderful, but it's just beautiful.
with
beautiful.
40 feet of snow they
Yeah, I don't
had
want
this year.
Beautiful.
Let's change that.
Okay, Seth on line 42. What's up?
Hey, I'm from Modesto, California.
Okay.
Look at
Okay.
that. Ooh.
Yeah.
How can we verify that?
Yeah,
Dennis?
how are we going to verify that?
I was born at Doctors Hospital, went to elementary school at Lakewood, La Loma for junior high school, Downey for high school.
Shit,
Dennis,
I really
you're
think
gonna
he's
legit,
real.
man.
You're going to put up, Dennis.
When
you go.
all right, when you coming to Vegas to get you around to golf?
I live here now.
Oh, you live
He
here
got
now. You had a call from
But he's from-
Modesto.
Well,
No.
he's from Modesto. I mean,
Susie, make a ruling on this. Susie,
Yeah,
yeah, I
what-
feel like he's listening to
Are
our
you
show.
saying
He
I got a
deserves
call
some free
from
golf.
them, or
All
I'm
right.
From Modesto.
You know what? Seriously, I'll give you my email and send me your information. I'll get you hooked up. What part of Vegas do you live in?
I live at a lower tower.
Where?
Oh, Lower Tower. Yeah.
Oh, Lower Tower. Okay. All right. I'll give you my email. Can you write it down?
Let me see.
All right. Come on.
Hold on.
Seth
Okay.
is grabbing a pen. While you're grabbing a pen, Seth, what do you think? What's your vote? Do
In or out?
we let Jade in or out? In or out? Let them in.
Bring him in. Bring him in.
You say, it's
Bring
too
him
cheap.
in.
Man, we're
Oh, that
losing with
sucks.
hands
Hold
here.
on
We
now.
just gave you free golf.
That
Come on.
sucks.
You know what? The ruling is taken back.
Vegas take.
All right, all right.
We have
I'm
to
ready
ta-
for the email.
All right. It's LV Golf Guru, GURU, at earthlink.net.
All right.
Send me your info that you were on the show, and your contact number. I'll get back to you and get you hooked up.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks.
Where do you play your golf now?
I don't. I've only been here a few months, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Of course.
Seth, thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Okay.
Seth.
Here's what we're doing with Dennis Silvers and Susie Draney. I'm Ron Futrell, the Vegas Take. Normally, you have Brian Shapiro and JD here,
Right.
and we
Normally.
Yeah.
except we have locked them into a smallish closet.
It's a Republican takeover.
It is weird taking up. We got to take over something, okay?
Yeah.
After Congress, after the House of Representatives
we keep
went,
losing
went
everything.
south,
We might
okay?
as well just take over this.
Take over something. So we have taken over this part of it, and we're taking your phone calls on the Vegas Take. 702-257-5396. Should we let them out of the closet? That's one of the questions. And where are you calling from? I'm going to find out. If we go as a thing. I remember one time leaving Dodger Stadium and listening to the show and hearing K-Don back when it did. K-Don used to have Dodger baseball, and listening to Vin Scully like he was next door to me there, and hearing it just bright and crystal clear as can be with 50,000 watt clear channel is what you get. Okay. Oh, we have Brian on the line. Wait.
Which?
I don't know. Is it Ken? Are we okay to take this call?
I thought he was.
Somebody give him.
That might be Brian. Hold on. Let's go. Brian, what's up?
Yeah, this is a different Brian.
Thank goodness.
Thank
God.
Thank goodness.
Thank God.
So where are you calling from, Brian?
Henderson.
Henderson.
Nice.
That's a long
My office is out that way. Yeah, see?
You never know how far the signal reaches, and it goes all the way to
Henderson.
Are you in, let me say, are you deep Henderson?
He's Green Valley, probably.
Or Green Valley? What?
Equestrian Henderson.
So that's
nice.
okay. We're blaring. Okay, Brian, what's on first of all your vote? What do you think? Do we keep him in the closet or do we let him out?
I think you can let J.D. Sharp out, but keep Shapiro in there.
Oh, I love that. That's it. Okay, that's keep him. Brian is the most important, so keep him in the closet.
Brian.
That's a vote
That's a
for keeping
true
him in the
Republican move. We're negotiating some of our hostages, getting them back.
It's like
Well,
I'm loving all three of you guys tonight. I'm telling you.
It's like Trump and the North Koreans.
Golf talk. It's about time. I'm getting tired of Trump talk.
What's on your
Golf
mind?
talk is so much more soothing.
It is.
Yeah.
And next time J.D. the caller gets a hold of you three, you got to give him a hard time because I can't get him out to golf. He won't even come hit a bucket of balls with me. So next time he's trying to get those political questions in, give him a hard time for me with it.
Where do you play your golf?
Boulder City.
Okay,
Oh,
I like it. You play the Muni there, or Boulder Creek?
I've played both courses over there.
Okay, the guy who did Boulder Creek, Mark Graythird, who lives in Colorado, is a good friend of mine. I think he did a fabulous job on those 3 9s.
I really enjoy it out there. It's fun.
Yeah.
Dennis, since we're radio, we got Brian here on the line, and I feel they're missing out a little bit. And could you describe Susie to the best as best you can? How would you best so that though everybody has a visual in their mind. They've seen us two old guys, so they know what we look like. How would you best describe Susie's so they?
Use your best Me Too movement nouns.
Effervescent.
Effervescent is good. Okay.
Yeah.
How about very easy on the eyes?
Very easy on the. I like that.
you.
That's good. Oh, you know her?
Yeah. Have we met?
Know her?
I just took a picture of Susie in front of the flag right here. I'm going to tweet it out. I'm going to tweet it out on my Twitter. Your Twitter, Susie, is what? Your Twitter
Drainey Insurance.
D-R-A-N-E-Y.
Boring.
D-R-A-N-E-Y Insurance, so you can see what Susie looks like. And Dennis, if you could, take a picture and just tweet it out on your Twitter and mine so that the visual helps, I think.
Totally.
Ken, am I right about that?
You did tell me to look pretty tonight because I was going to be on radio.
So what happened?
No.
She got in trouble.
I got another golf question for you.
Yes, sir.
Players Championship, one of my favorites of the year coming up this weekend. Who are your picks? And then the second question is, what do you think about another match between Phil and Tiger? What did you think about that when they came to Vegas?
I thought it sucked, to be quite honest with you, and a lot of other media people did as well. I'll tell you why. The play wasn't really great, and most people agreed on that. And when you have a match that finishes in the dark and you basically have a chipping contest to one of their practice greens for $9 million, don't you agree? That's not the drama that everybody wants. And if people think that Tiger Woods went home without any money, you're sadly mistaken. And if they do have another one, I do hope it's back at Shadow Creek, but they're talking about a team thing. You know what I mean? Tiger with a partner and Phil with a partner. So we'll see what happens. The announcing was horrible. You know what I mean? As you know, they had problems with the pay-per-view, so they ended up having everybody have it for free. They streamed it live, and we got to see what happens.
I pretty much concur with what you said.
Good,
it looked like a bunch of cars parked around there for the tee for that last hole.
Yeah, it was. It was golf. It was golf under the lights, and it was funny because I went to the press conference on Tuesday, and Phil carried it. Tiger, and I've interviewed Tiger a few times. Tiger has no personality. Seriously, he has no personality. And it was Phil that was carrying the load, egging him on. And I just thought it was flat. It was exciting to have the match, to have him here at Shadow Creek, but it was flat.
Yeah, no public.
No public.
Yeah, I feel like he should have had, all of his mistresses there, just, on the one hole, all of them there.
Well, I agreed.
And then double down. Phil could be like, I'm going to double down on the next hole, and then he gets over there.
I think
every
they should
girl
have had
is
him
there.
out carrying signs.
Every cocktail waitress that he gave $1 to,
Just so you have a
just angry girls, just
Brian,
right there on that
so
hole.
you have a visual. I just tweeted out the picture I just took of Susie.
I did too.
So you did too, and it's on.
Any likes? It's because you didn't airbrush that enough.
At Ron Futrell. You can see the picture there if you want to check it out. But anyway,
I did too.
We have thank
She's
you, Brian,
lovely.
for your
She's
call.
lovely.
And,
Brian, thank
appreciate
you.
it. Okay, JD, the same JD. Did you vote already? Is he trying to vote again?
No.
You're trying to vote again?
Is everybody named JD?
I have a friend in Modesto, Harry Gawelko. He owns a fly shop, so I thought maybe.
You don't
wanted
know.
free
We already
golf.
gave away free golf.
Gave away the free golf.
Boulder Creek is one of my favorites, and the reason why I call it tranquility because there's no houses,
Right.
and you don't have any barking dogs,
Right.
or gardeners with
Okay.
blowers or whatever, and it's peaceful tranquility. When I first started playing golf in the middle '60s, that's what a golf course was like.
I agree. Amen.
And, you're talking about the Shadow Creek MGM, I think, missed a great opportunity to do something nice for the victims of the shooting, the relatives.
Yeah.
They could have opened up that place for $50 a ticket or $100 a ticket and donated all of that money to the survivors. But that dumb bastard, Jim Murin, was probably too stupid to think of something like that.
That's a great idea.
MGM
That was a
property,
great
though?
idea.
Is that an MGM?
Yeah.
Hey,
course. Yeah, they're not
JD,
doing
do you have access where you're at right now? Do you have access to Twitter? Like you have a phone with you that you get Twitter, or do you know?
I have access to the wheel, the cave drawings. I'm a dinosaur. I don't belong to any access
Bless
to any
you.
of that stuff.
Bless you, by the way, for that. That's
No social media.
My good friend Brian that just called. He keeps me up to date on everything. He'll get things and he'll transfer them to my phone, and a couple days later I'll get them. But no, I don't have any of that stuff, Ron.
No, you know what?
You have light bulbs. You have radio. You have radio.
Yeah.
So we're making steps, JD.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, my old Philco radio, Chuck's. That's been around since Roosevelt.
In the honor of the gal from the congresswoman from, I don't even know her name now, from Massachusetts, who won 16-year-olds to vote. We'll let you vote a second time here. Do we let JD and Brian stay in the room?
I have to change my vote. I didn't read the directions.
Keep them in.
I had a hanging chad like those poor dummies down in Florida.
Broward County.
The Democrats tried to make a new bill to make it easier for people to read and vote.
Okay, so your vote is
JD out of the closet. Brian, we could keep him in.
Good for you.
Good
Good
job.
for you.
Yeah.
In solitaire for another week or so.
he's still
Good
there.
for you.
And then I heard another a great speech by the gal from New York, Cortez,
AOC?
or whatever
AOC.
her name is. It was wow.
That sounds
She
exactly
just knocked
like
it out of the
ex-husband.
park with her brilliant.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine 4 months ago she was tending bar, and now she's
I can't imagine.
I don't
That's
know.
American dream right there.
I think she's managing her $1 million slush fund.
Yeah, that she gave to her boyfriend. That her boyfriend.
That her boyfriend was managing and paying for her clothes and her food and her jets and her. First of all, she couldn't afford an apartment. Now she has a luxurious residence. So I think we're going to find Miss Cortez or whatever the hell her name is on the street again.
But don't you think it would just be easier if Republicans came out and said that they wanted to change the vote to 65?
Oh, years old. Years old. Yes, you have to be 65
like,
to
just
vote.
match the madness with madness.
You want to? Yes.
It's a little regressive, but the founding fathers had it right. you had to have property. Women couldn't vote. Oops, I didn't say that.
That's the way it still should be.
Oh,
Yeah,
on,
for
JD.
sure.
Come on, damn it.
I mean,
That's the way
unless
it
it's
still should
American
be.
Idol.
Yeah.
Like,
JD,
please let me have a
thanks
say.
for your call. Your vote has been registered. Your vote has been registered.
Thanks,
okay,
buddy.
Here's AOC, and she gets an acronym already. By the way, that's a little crazy. And I want to talk acronyms here in a little bit.
What are you going to do? Call her Alexandria every time you see her? I mean, it's too long.
No, but only leftists get
I do
Democrats
like a
get
good
acronyms.
Well, that's true.
No.
I have a lot of
That's
friends
true.
that have.
It's the media.
Yeah.
It's the media that gives them acronyms to make them sound bigger than life and better than they are.
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan, as great as he was, did he get an acronym? No, he was not RWR.
Yeah.
But go through the list. I want somebody, a challenge to the caller. Somebody call me and tell me where somebody conservative or on the right has been given an acronym by the media. Yes.
No, I'm just
You have
joking.
one? Susie, raise your hand. Tell me if there's one. But I can go down the list. Start with FDR.
You're right.
Yeah.
Start with LBJ.
Yeah, you're right.
JFK, RFK, MLK. Let's go down the list. It was HRC. Hillary Rodham. She gets HRC. AOC right off the bat. Hillary Rodham.
Liar, Hillary.
I've got one.
No.
I've got one for Susie. I don't know if I could say it.
No, you
You
can't.
could probably
No,
say it.
there.
There's no HR department here.
Okay.
You got
There
this.
is. Donald Trump. What's his middle name? What's Trump's middle name?
It's a good question.
See, we don't even know. But
Well, yeah.
But he always
it's just
uses it. They always use it, his middle name.
Isn't it an L or something?
They do.
Yeah.
George the Bushes never got an acronym.
Yeah.
Richard Milhouse Nixon, RMN. That was never. But it elevates the status of somebody almost to
It's John. Donald John.
DJT. No, that's
DJT, yeah.
But acronyms are given by the media and by somebody somewhere, by the the media and the Democrats, same
part
thing.
Of the media, so can I blame most of this on you?
To people on the left, they get a name. Somebody call me right. Here's the number: 257-5396 with a 702 in front of it. Okay, hang on. Somebody tell me an acronym from somebody on the right that got an acronym on a high level. Already AOC has her acronym. She blames.
It's got to be somebody.
She blames today. There was an oil spill up in South Dakota. 20,000 barrels spilled. They're doing a lot of fracking, a lot of oil drilling and stuff up there. Yeah. And she blamed it on the Keystone Pipeline, which the Keystone Pipeline's not been built yet.
Not yet.
So other than that, other than it has
well, obviously, if it would have been built, then
Yes, but she blamed the Keystone XL pipeline, which has not been built yet, for the oil spill today. And is anybody going to correct her on that? No. Okay.
I mean.
Okay, quick. Michael No, this is not a quick story. Settle in for this one.
Oh,
I want to hear this. When you play with him at the creek.
With Dennis Silvers and Susie
you play
Draney.
with
I'm
him
Ron
at the creek.
Futrell. We're filling in Vegas Take for Brian Shapiro, who's locked into a closet somewhere with JD, and we've kept them there for us to be able to do this show tonight and taking over the station. Okay, Shadow Creek. Here it was 92.
Wow.
It was Steve Wynn still owned Shadow Creek.
Right.
And I used to be able to play whenever I wanted. It was basically make a phone call and I could go out there and play. And there was usually only 2 or 3 people out there that were the only other people out on the course. One time I played out there, Sidney Portier had a foursome out there. And I played, he was out there and I took a buddy out there and we went out and played. Anyway, so I called Steve Wynn. Let's back up. The NBA All-Star Game, it's February. The NBA All-Star Game is in Salt Lake. Okay. And Michael Jordan skipped Media Day to go golfing.
Okay.
So I knew he was flying in Wynn's private jet to come down here and play at Shadow Creek. So I called Wynn and I said, hey, can I go out there? Can I take a camera out there? I want to do an interview with Jordan. He said, Ron, you can't. No cameras. You know the rules. No cameras out there because you could take still shots, but no video cameras out there, but go on out there and play if you'd like. So I called a buddy of mine, Jerry Hawley. I don't know if you know Jerry. You know Jerry?
Very well.
Yes. So I called Jerry Hawley. I said, Jerry, let's go. And so I needed to fill Dennis, if I'd known you at that time, it might have been you instead of, but it was Jerry.
I certainly like to think so.
So Jerry,
Hey,
if I'd known you were 6. Okay.
Well,
and you couldn't get the ball in the air anyway. So
I barely can now.
So I go out there. Michael Jordan's out there with a hand. We're the only ones on the golf course that day. Me and Jerry Hawley, along with Michael Jordan and 3 or 4 of his friends that had come down there, and it was worth it to him to be able to miss media day, get fined $15,000 to come down and play Shadow Creek. And so we're on 17. I'm teeing off, and Michael Jordan comes back up in his cart, put the tee down there, and getting ready to hit a shot. And I had done an interview with him the year previous in Chicago where I talked about his favorite golf courses. He said, Shadow Creek's my favorite. 17 is my favorite hole. He wanted to hit some more balls off there, so he comes up there. I'm getting ready to tee off, and I said, who do you think – no, listen, I pointed – who do you think you are to come up here to want to – don't you realize it's my turn to tee off? And I think he started laughing and sort of like, okay. And there's nobody on the – you have to realize there's nobody on the course.
There, yeah.
We could do whatever we wanted on the golf course. And so then I put the ball down, and I say, this is right in the middle of his betting scandal. Remember that scandal? And I put that in air quotes because I don't think it was a scandal. But anyway, he did bet on the golf course, but he had a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still does.
So I said, 20 grand. Let's go. Closest to pin. And he starts laughing like, I've seen you golf, Ron. You're not going to get close to the pin. And he looks at Jerry Hall. He says, like, does he have that much money? Does he have the money? And Jerry shook his head, said, no, he's just joking. And Michael Jordan hit it inside of my ball easily. But so we had a fun time out on the golf course that day. It was, again, 92. It was while he was still actively playing. He was an all-star, NBA all-star at that time. So, yes. But he's Shadow Creek it's remember just the mystery, the mystique of Shadow Creek back in the day. Yeah. Now it's owned by MGM when they bought Mirage and elsewhere from Steve Wynn. Yep. They bought that golf course.
Yeah.
It's not in as good a shape as it was when only 3 people a day played it, which is understandable. Yeah. But it's still a shrine.
Fabulous.
Isn't Prim
fabulous.
based the same thing or no?
What?
Is it?
Prim
design?
The Prim design was the same developer, right? No? Yeah.
Let's tease to that. We got to take a break. With Susie Draney and Dennis Silvers, I'm Ron Futrell. You're listening to Vegas Take.